So the biggest thing I think we need to take away from this is the fact that Disney Plus and the premium service absolutely screws Scarlett Johansson and the Black Widow movie. But not only that, but the fact that Shang-Chi was such an underdog and still was able to perform the way it did is nothing short of just like remarkable. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. I am Robert Storms. As always, if you're finding me for the very first time, please be sure to click that like and subscribe button. That way you guys can stay up to date on all future content here on the channel. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, basically Shang-Chi came out with a massive opening for its Labor Day weekend. Shang-Chi came out with a $90 million opening weekend. Now, that is an extended weekend. That is a 4-day weekend because of the holiday of Labor Day. But for it coming out and making $90 million is nothing short of just amazing. And this does a couple different things. One, it makes Disney look really bad because Disney was really hell-bent on, hey, we're going to do this day and date, $30 extra for the premium to get Black Widow at home. And with that, yes, Black Widow opened up to a big number, but it also kind of fucked Black Widow in the end because a lot of people just stayed home. If Black Widow would have been theatrical only and they had the 45-day grace period that Shang-Chi is doing, where it's in theaters for 45 days and then it's going to be on the streaming service with the premium, then Black Widow would not have had that giant like cliff drop where it was doing pretty well, then it just hit this cliff and it just fell extremely, it just completely fell apart. So much so that Scarlett Johansson ended up filing a lawsuit because it went against her contract that she was supposed to, her movie was supposed to be theatrical only. They try to use COVID to kind of like make an excuse. But now Shang-Chi just came out and they just said, what? COVID what? And by them not releasing on Disney Plus, you have only two choices. You either don't watch it or you go to theatrical theater and watch it. You either go to the theater and watch it or you don't watch it. Or you can resort to bootleg if you want to watch low quality. I don't advocate bootlegging here on my channel. It's something that I don't like to do. I have friends that do it. I don't personally like it or agree with it, and I prefer not to really mention bootlegging at all, really. But that's your only options. And with Shang-Chi coming out and being exclusive to theaters, fans went out and supported the movie. They went out all 4 days of the holiday, and it made a massive $90 million. Now, do I expect a big drop-off next week? Yes, I do. I expect anywhere between a 55 and 60% drop-off. I expect the movie to come in next week at probably about 40 to 45 million, if not lower. You know, I expect a massive drop-off, but it's not going to be as bad as if it was on Disney Plus. Now, I'm going to mention something, and I know I'm going to have some people rolling their eyes, but I want you to hear me out. I'm going to mention the Suicide Squad and how bad that movie did. And the reason why it did so bad was because it was day-to-day on HBO Max. It has nothing to do with the quality of the film or anything like that. It just goes to show you that Warner Brothers, Disney, they got greedy. They got greedy and they thought that they could use this pandemic to push their streaming services to the forefront, and the movies were affected financially. Suicide Squad was affected financially. Black Widow was affected financially. That's all I'm saying. It has nothing to do with the quality of the film of Black Widow or the Suicide Squad. Both are comic book films. Both are good in their own right. Both would have made a shitload more money if they were in theaters only. But Warner Brothers and Disney got greedy. They wanted to use this time to promote their streaming service. Suicide Squad day and date on HBO Max. Black Widow day and date on Disney Plus. And it affected its overall earnings. And in the case of Suicide Squad, it never made its money back. Like, at all. I think Black Widow might have made, like, broke even. I think just barely. But I don't think it made its money back. It didn't. Because we look at it, Black Widow only made $372 million worldwide. So you can't sit there, and Shang-Chi's already made about half that. So we can't sit there and look at it and think that these movies are nothing but a disappointment and a failure because of what these studios did when it came to the streaming services. If they would have just left things alone and just did the regular release in the theaters, it would have brought in a lot more. And Shang-Chi proved that. And if we go over to here to the Suicide Squad made half of what Black Widow made. Shang-Chi's already made most of that. Shang-Chi is already made about that. Shang-Chi is at 146, Suicide Squad is 162. And there's no one to blame for that but Warner Brothers. There's no one to blame but Warner Brothers. And it's sad. But it goes to show you, I just want to kind of point this out, that Shang-Chi just goes to prove to you that you cannot push these streaming services to the forefront and expect your movie to be able to make money. Because that's not how it goes. You have to pick a business model and you have to stick with it. It has nothing to do with the quality of the film, whether you like it, whether you dislike it, whether it's Marvel, whether it's DC. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Because if you put your movie day and date in theaters, it's going to make less money. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. And Shang-Chi did nothing but prove that. But anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts. I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Tell me how you feel. What do you think about Shang-Chi coming out making a massive $90 million on its opening weekend? What do you think that actually says in terms of Disney Plus, HBO Max? What do you guys think? Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion. Later, guys.